should fast forward to 1 hour later. So we are all nice and cleaned up, refreshed. Got some drinks for me inside the refrigerator for today's task, or late evening task. What's going on, guys? So same day as the last video you guys saw, but now we are finally starting on the project that I've been putting off for my friend for 6-7 months now. Anyways, if you guys ever noticed that transmission that's been sitting under my table right here, I don't know if you can see it. That's a GSR transmission I picked up a while ago for the swap, and the swap is right here. It's a B20 VTEC, high compression ITR piston with valve springs and retainer, full bolt-ons. This motor was in Paco's car, the red EJ1 turbo, and pretty much sold that to my buddy Eric that owns this car because he went boost and he doesn't need the motor. I wanted it at first but couldn't afford it at the time. But great way for Eric to step into big bore power. So EF sedan, automatic, dual point. We're going to be covering a lot of things. Well, I wouldn't say too much things because multi-point conversion's already been covered, so I'm pretty much just going to plow through that. But I am going to talk a little bit more about the auto to manual conversion and what you need and what you got to do in the process of making your car 5-speed. So today's goal is pretty much remove the engine out of the car. I'm going to remove the crap that he don't need. AC line doesn't even work even though it's aftermarket, and I'm going to remove that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with a power steering. It's probably the first time I've seen a power steering in an EF sedan, unless my mom car had one too. But I'm going to take care of, like I said, everything in engine bay. Remove that vacuum box because we're not going to be needing that anymore. Maybe the charcoal canister, but if I'm trying to keep it as stock looking as possible other than its hideous looking intake, I'm going to remove all the emission control crap. So yeah, I've pulled out engines many times before. I may throw it on the laps. I may show you small progress as we go, but right now we got to get started before it gets dark. And knowing that I'm going to be working into the dark, I got my Glock right here, 50 round BB gas blowback, and we're locked and loaded for tonight. Car is on jack stands, and I'm currently draining transmission fluid and coolant. I'm going to be pretty much like working from the top down, and like I'm going to run my hand pretty much around the engine. Whatever's connected to the engine, I am disconnecting. I'm going to be removing the radiator just so we can have more room, and if there's Freon in here, get that out of there. Disconnect everything on this end so that way we have more room to work with, like the transmission cooling line. Quick update: battery tray, AC, radiator, everything attaching to the engine has been removed. All that is left is that rear mount, the 2 side mount, and the axles. The 32 millimeter is seized in there. It's pretty rusted up, and don't want to risk my Harbor Freight half inch because this is the only one I have left, and if I snap this, that means I have to go warranty it out. Trying to find an alternative. I do have a giant impact, but my brother is sleeping, so I don't want to make all that crazy ass noise. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that for now, but I'm still going to have to take out the cross member, and then I got to go underneath the car, take out the cable for the shifter selector, and then maybe I'll move inside and start removing all the shift selector unit and cable itself. The whole freaking stud came out. Huh. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. This took a lot longer. Earlier I went out, grabbed something to eat, went in my room, and kind of got stuck on my computer. But nonetheless, engine came out, and I dropped the car a few different times off the jack because I was like trying to do it quickly, and didn't kill myself. So engine came out with a breeze, and I'm gonna pull off the engine harness right now, and then the engine bay, I'm gonna take off the motor mounts, just get that out of the way. I'll knock the frame rail tomorrow. I'm not gonna use that alternator belt from Single Cam or whatever. I think before I close the garage, I'm gonna try to take off the shift selector so we can get that out of the car. I'm gonna close the garage, possibly start stripping a harness down for the multi-point conversion, but I don't have any plugs for the OBD1 engine that's going back in the car, so I may have to do a quick junkyard run tomorrow to grab all the plugs to convert it to OBD1. I still got to find out what injectors are in there. My friend said they're OBD2s, but I have no clue. I'm going to have to check it tomorrow, get the right injector plugs and all of that. It may go into Monday, but I know I was supposed to get like the pedal and stuff out, but you know, I ran out of time tonight. It's humid, I'm tired, I'm hot, the raccoon, they're eating right there, and yeah, I'm gonna try to knock some stuff out in the next 30 minutes. Okay, well, I removed the center console with the optional lower console, and then the center console on the tunnel itself, which is this whole thing right here, and then here we have the shift selector. So underneath the car, I forgot to unbolt the cable to the bracket, which is this guy right here. But as far as the inside goes, pretty simple. There are 4 10mm bolts, 1, 2, and then 2 more on the other side, which is 4. And then there are a bundle of plugs, 1, 2, 3, and I believe 4 in the bottom. And you pretty much unplug that, wiggle this sucker out. I'm gonna figure it out right now once I take it off and see what I gotta do to remove this sucker. I've done it before, don't remember how to do it, and I got the book if I am lost. So I'm gonna remove those guys and see how far this will come out. Man, I feel like a dumbass. I took the whole shift selector inside the car apart, and the bolts were down here the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10mm right there, and then 2 in the front, if that makes any difference, but I took it off anyway. So 6 total underneath the car, and now I can hear the raccoons. Always have a box for all your bolts and stuff. It's there somewhere. Anyways, let's see if this sucker comes out. Look, I took it all apart. Disregard my first instructions on this shit. I destroyed it. Oh, see? There it is. There it is. I believe there's like 2 more bolts right here somewhere. Right there. And right there. Hopefully all of that will pop right on out. And I don't know if this thing comes out or not. But got the shift selector out, and the cable actually has its own like little bitch pin right there. And once I took off that little clip with the integrated bitch pin, the shift cable came out, and it just pretty much fell through wherever it's at, right there. And yeah, well, that's all cleared up. I'm gonna take care of the pedal tomorrow because that's a lot to take out for tonight. It's 11:30, and I hear footsteps, and I'm not gonna pray it's not no crack-headed stuff. I guess depending on how long or how short this video is, I'm just gonna make a short series. I really do want to stay kicking out the daily vlogs, so short series. And if Eric doesn't mind me taking the 3rd day on the car, I am going to cut out the video right now, clean up, and then go take a shower because I've been rolling all over the dirt today. Spilled a bunch of coolant and oil on myself while under the car. And if you guys want to stick around for further progress on this car, please hit the subscribe button. Please stick around, and try me, cuz. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.